It is a case study based question, and I must say a bit tricky too. In this question, I want you to see things from not only from the risk response strategy point of view, but what could be the outputs of risk response strategy. If we see the context of the question, it clearly says that you have implemented the response strategy, but the point is your vendor is asking for replacement of hardware. Maybe they prefer some other product, they want to change the model or OEM or whatever the case is. But here, what options you have? Option number A says implement a workaround. As we already mentioned, that we have implemented some contingency response, and we knew that this kind of risk can happen, so there is no room for workaround. Workaround means we are implementing some strategies for those risks whose response plans were not developed. So option A is out of the question. Option number B says implement a corrective action. Generally, when we say corrective action, it means it is part of contingency plan, it is part of our risk response strategy, but we already implemented the risk response strategy and it did not work. So in this case, option number B is also not the right answer. Then we have option number C, which says raise change request. Here actually I made the whole question from the perspective of risk, but if you look at the question closely, it says somebody has or vendor has requested to replace the hardware. So it is actually a change request. So as a project manager, what you need to do is you need to raise the change request, because the item was already mentioned in the contract and your vendor is asking for replacement or for different model. So the case clearly says during the execution of risk responses, you are raising the change request. This is the right answer. Then option number D says, work on issue resolution. It's still not an issue and we have not delayed the project. There is no cost impact on it yet, and at least question is not giving us this kind of information. So option number D is also not the right answer for this question. Thank you. Those who have answered it correctly through understanding, congratulations. For others, I hope it helped.